Hello. There are several companies in India which don't make headlines but have been generating significant wealth and employment for the nation in their quiet way. Almost all these companies are multi-generational family businesses with healthy financial performance. Many of them are manufacturing companies growing steadily despite fighting fierce competition in the market. One such company is MS Agarwal Foundries, based in Hyderabad, a part of MS Agarwal Group. It manufactures TMT rebars, billets, cut and bend steel, MS round, double bar, Torkari wire, and binding wire. It is a leading player in South India. This company is run by third-generation entrepreneur, Mr. Anurag Agarwal, who is a postgraduate from the University of Liverpool, UK, and a serious long-distance runner. He has led the scorching growth of the company by 8x in the last 8 years. And in fact, it is already 2x in the last 1 year alone. According to him, it is just the beginning. Anurag often talks about growing his company organically and inorganically into a nationally recognized top brand with institution building mindset and service to the nation. From what I have seen in the last 1 year and more, he walks the talk, despite many challenges. UMatter Consulting was engaged by MS Agarwal Foundries about 12 months back to drive their organizational transformation end to end. It was now time to share the experience of the exciting journey made with a wider audience who may find this relevant to them. As for me, I learned and unlearned a lot. Let us now hear from the captain of the ship, Anurag Agarwal.
A very good morning, sir. Thank you for having me and for your kind words. It's been a pleasure. This journey has been.
Pleasure for me as well, Anurag. So let's start with the first question from my side. What really prompted you to seek an external consultant?
Yes, so we have been in this business since 1994. When we started into steel and textile manufacturing, and these businesses have been a heritage. We have been running since a long time. But then a thought came on what next? How do we grow better? And if the speed at which we are growing, we cannot be fragile. We have to be system oriented. We have to have a strong foundation. So we thought, why not look at systems and processes, which was one of my criteria. Then learning how could we learn better as an organization with the growth happening in the economy. How can we do better in this business scenario, in this market conditions? How do we evolve? Like we were introspecting, how do we sustain and thrive in this market? And we wanted to be seen as market leaders. We wanted to lead with a mindset. So this all prompted us on looking for an external consultant. We wanted to know the best global practices which were happening all over the world, and we wanted to look at a partner who could bring all these learnings to us and then help us evolve to organization in perpetuity. So the vision we have in MS Agarwal Group is We want to make this organization in perpetuity, which should exist for many years and years, and should do good to the world and human mankind. So with this concept, with this thought processes, we were looking at an external consultant to help us and handhold us, which wouldn't have been possible if we think from our perspective, because any organization can only learn and evolve with external help. So this prompted us to look for a consultant in this journey.
Yeah, thank you. What made you choose Umatra Consulting, if I may know?
Yeah, definitely. So we looked at many consultants, by the way. To be very honest, we were very keen in choosing the right partner, as the journey is very challenging and very demanding. It required a change in fabric of our organization, of our DNA, whatever you may call. So when we looked at EU Matter Consulting, EU Matter Consulting did not only have strong credentials backed by you as a founder with a strong experience in corporates at leadership level, but also you were having practitioner approach rather than a consulting approach, where you were helping us during the initial rounds itself on what were our problems, and you were practically suggesting us the solutions instantly, which we really liked it. And you were highly focused and organized, always on time for meeting, and very systematic. You were sending what has happened, what transpired in our meetings, and what would be the next action plan. You were very helpful and supportive, in spite of the contract not being signed, on how you look at MS Agarwal. And perspective, you had a very good perspective from the global scale, what's happening all over the world, where MS Agarwal should be. So without any doubt, EU Matter Consulting was far, far ahead than any other agency. For us, it was a very clear choice. There was no dilemma in choosing EU Matter for this journey, and it has been a very good decision.
Thank you. Thank you, Anurag, for that. In this journey of yours of last 12 months, what was done to bring about changes in MS Agarwal Foundries?
So, as the task was very challenging, EU Matter Consulting really went extra mile and helped us in getting this done. So what changes we precisely did is we went to the basic roots under the guidance of EU Matter. We focused on operational excellence. We wanted to be seen a cost leader in this commodity business. And we focused on how do we be the most competitive and innovative steel producer in India. We went through all HR process and policies holistically. We looked at how we can evolve as an organization with the talent, which will help us in meeting our goals. We improved our business review system. Improving would not be the right word. We overhauled and transformed the business review system, where we were reviewing very systematically on our goals ahead. We very importantly built purpose, vision, mission, and values, where we wanted to be seen an organization with a purpose, where I call performance with a purpose. We don't want to be an organization which exists only for short-term benefit, as we want. Our goal is to be organization existing for perpetuity. and doing good for the human mankind. So that was very important. We did SWOT analysis, very interesting, with all our people on what our company strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, which helped us to gauge where we should work in short term, medium term, long term. And we did so all the team in this whole process was aligned with a single objective, and we were working as one team, one goal, taking this organization to next level. So this was quite a journey, has been in the last 1 year and so.
Thank you. It would be interesting for us to know how you led this change, this transformation personally.
Yeah, so this is all possible by leading the team, getting all the team members on board. Very high commitment was needed, of course. Without hard work and commitment, nothing happens. So very high, it demanded a very high level of commitment. And change management itself is a big task. So have the change management in place, understanding the perspectives, and then getting the change happen. And the most important of all, the guidance from user and EU matter consulting, without which we couldn't, we cannot, we wouldn't have achieved whatever we achieved today. So this has been very important, and due to the support and handholding we received from EU matter consulting, we were able to complete a lot of work, and we have completed a good amount of journey in the last 1 year, which is very satisfactory to me. And of course, this was again not possible without support from everyone at MS Agarwal, working with an objective.
Thank you. In any kind of change, and especially in the kind of change that you embarked upon, you must have faced some challenges. It would be interesting for us to know the kind of challenges you faced and how you overcame those challenges.
Yeah, so this demanded this change. Any change, is people have different perspectives towards change. People are shielded by egos, by comfort level. They don't want to easily move. So, and any transformational journey is an emotional journey again. So this was a very big challenge in changing the people perspectives itself. Now people have a different perspective. People have already formed an opinion about the organization, about the people, other colleagues working, about the leader working. So changing that impression, changing that perspective, making the people move, it's an emotional journey altogether, which is very challenging. People have that attitude, I am the best, there's nothing which can happen better than me. But the moment you have I'm the best feeling, your learning stops. And this awareness was created, and making the leadership understand that more than the personal, individual, organization comes first, whereas organization is taking all of us forward, the humanity race forward. It's giving employment to 5,000 people and families, so which is very important, because if you think you're above the organization, then again you're not a good professional itself. We all are serving the organization for the greater good, for a greater purpose. And then there was stakeholders and board management, again a very big challenge. So all the stakeholders had their views, and board management where the board felt such radical decisions where they needed or not, but again convincing them, getting all these decisions done. So it's been quite a journey, and I can say it was it was one of my memorable experience 1 year, because it has helped me shape as a leader, uh, which is very fascinating. And the people, I should give foremost credit to everyone working at MS Agarwal's leaders and its people in accepting such change and making the organization, accepting the organization change, which is a very appreciable thing.
Very well said, Anurag. Yes, absolutely. I think your leadership team, the support of your board members, all this truly would have helped you in overcoming many of these challenges. As you look back, compared to what MS Agarwal Foundries was 12 months back, how do you see MS Agarwal Foundries being different now?
I think the organization is completely different. If you call 1 year before and now, a person who has seen the organization, he or she wouldn't say it's the same organization. So God has been very blissful on us. So some changes. Today MS Agarwal Foundries have some of the best in class business processes and practices. Today, in fact, the whole steel industry looks MS Agarwal as a leader. And in the last 1 year, with so many process changes has happened, we are moving in a very swift manner towards our goal. So that has been possible due to the process changes which we have institutionalized at MS Agarwal. The culture, the organization culture, through process, it has helped a completely, it has brought a new dimension to MS Agarwal, where people are so process oriented, system driven. At the same time, one of our values is entrepreneurship, where we like to be entrepreneurs as an individual in helping the organization move to next level. We have put excellent business review system. We have a common objective. There's a all together new culture of teamwork, where we help each other in our successes. So we ensure everyone at MS Agarwal is successful, and making one successful is a responsibility of all working in the organization. That thought process has been inculcated in everyone. There's a lot of collaboration per se with this objective, where everyone collaborates for a common goal. And it's a continuous improvement journey. We like to learn ourselves. We like to evolve ourselves on daily basis. So as you rightly mentioned, sir, we have grown twice in the last 1 year. We have completed our first successful acquisition in MS Agarwal history, which has doubled our capacity. The integration of it was a challenge, but it was beautifully done by the team. And today we are planning and we are working on to be a pan-India player. So we are working aggressively towards it, and the team is completely aligned with this objective. And the team is very enthused. They're working for an organization which has a purpose and which is driven by values, which is very heartening to know, because we want to have a very strong foundation and culture at MS Agarwal, which should be the bedrock for our future growth.
Thank you. From your experience of this last several months now, I'm sure knowing you, you would want more. Dil mange more.
Yeah, definitely, sir.
So what changes are you now having in your mind?
Yeah, definitely. It's a long way. The journey, I'm sure, will never end. When you move from to new dimensions, then it demands new changes. So changes, the law of nature is change. You need to accept it. You need to evolve every day as an individual and as an organization to sustain and thrive. So at MS Agarwal, what is a journey in the next 1 year, which we're precisely looking is we wanted to be committed to rapid, profitable growth uh, in in the next year. So the reason is the 21st century belongs to India. Uh, I think in the next uh, so many decades, India will be the forefront of development, and India is one of the most strongest democratically run nation. So law and order prevails, and it has strong fundamentals. I am completely for India. I completely buy in the Indian story. So MS Agarwal should capture this benefit. We have been blessed by God that we are at the right juncture at the right time. We have been given a right opportunity with the growth of the country. We want to capitalize when India would be growing at a frantic high speed. We want to capture and grow ourselves as well. And also then by this process, do good for the nation and the people per se. Then we want to digitize all HR processes for ease of doing business. We are already working on actively on digitizing our HR and making hire to retire process online, and thereby improving the experience of our talent working at MS Agarwal. We want to establish structured learning and development of all employees. We firmly believe uh, in developing our talent, growing the skills, growing in their careers at our organization. And my vision, in fact, is the future MD of the organization should be a professional run MD, thereby distancing ownership and management, which is very important for a professional run organization. We want to institutionalize again talent review, succession planning, and leadership development. We are working actively on making this organization a rule-based organization run by great people with systems, processes, and values. We want to adopt Malcolm Bridge business excellence across the organization, which will improve organization further. We want to move to a high level of corporate governance, which is very important with the vision we have. So with all these changes and many changes keep coming, we are looking to implement at a breathtaking speed to take this organization to next level.
Thank you, Anurag. I think your mind is as sharp and as clear about the future as it was in the past. It has been a privilege for having this partnership going, making sure that an organization like yours truly moves to the next level of maturity. It has been a privilege working with the entire leadership team of MS Agarwal Foundries for me. And I would again reiterate that it has been a great learning and an unlearning experience for me. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And just to conclude, I would say you matter, led by you is a terrific consultant. You cannot have a better partner than you in your journey in making so much change happen. More than the professional touch, you have a personal touch in helping your client personally. You get involved so much personally, and you take ownership of the organization, you take ownership of your client, you take responsibility for the progress your client makes. It's quite immensely appreciable. And thank you so much for your support. And undoubtedly, without your support, this journey wouldn't have been possible at all. You brought a new dimension, you brought a new change in thought process in all of us. So thank you so much, sir, for being part of this organization. We are truly blessed to have you as a partner. And I would recommend, if any organization, if you can take EU as a partner, you will be lucky to do so. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Anurag. Thank you for your extremely kind words. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.